I'm Amy. I'm an associate producer here at Discovery News. And each week I post our news stories to Facebook and Twitter, and then we recap what really got our readers' attention in this vlog. Video plus blog equals blog. Before we get to the hot topic this week, let's recap what happened in science news. The fun stuff first. Your iPad is now safe from bowling balls. The bikini celebrated its 65th birthday. Polar bears are Irish. And Lego blocks can bend. The not so fun stuff. A cookie cutter shark used its cookie cutting teeth on a person. Our earliest ancestors ate our earliest ancestors. Your face shape might just make you a bad person. And the last shuttle launch by NASA will also be its last bologna sandwich run to the International Space Station. But despite all that, the story that really had you talking this week was the Casey Anthony trial. We published a couple of articles about it this week on different aspects of the case. Almost all of you felt justice hadn't been served, and you laid the blame all over the place. Natasha believes human common sense failed. Sharon believes science failed. Dave and Monica both blame television shows for teaching people how to cover up crimes. Chris thinks the prosecutors failed. Sandy thinks the justice system failed. And Trudy believes everyone failed. So just exactly who is to blame? We go to Discovery News reporter Marianne English, who's been covering the trial for us, for her opinion.
In the Casey Anthony trial, fingers have been pointed at nearly every party involved, but the case was ultimately hindered by lack of sufficient evidence. As one juror said in a recent interview, not guilty doesn't necessarily mean innocent. Although many people may feel that Casey Anthony committed a serious crime, our justice system requires proof of guilt for a conviction, and the hard evidence to prove Caylee Anthony's cause of death wasn't there. If anyone's to blame, it has to be Casey Anthony. But unfortunately, we don't know and will likely never know what really happened on that day in June 2008.
Thank you for your input, Marianne. Next, we're on to the story you have to check out this week. While everybody was focused on NASA's final shuttle launch, the Hubble telescope captured its 1 millionth observation. And while it wasn't one of the usual beautiful photos that we've come to expect from the Hubble telescope, instead it was a spectroscopic analysis of a distant exoplanet's atmosphere, whatever that is. It's still pretty amazing that 21 years later, Hubble is still exploring and still capturing images of the galaxy. So while it's sad to say goodbye to the shuttle program, let's not forget about Hubble, who's still out there in the universe, hard at work. So that's it for this week. Be sure you're following us on Facebook and Twitter and that you're signed up for our Discovery Daily newsletter. Keep your comments coming. I read them all, and check back next week to see if I'm highlighting your comment.